So a few business tips, what we do. No caches, no indices, no aggregates. Every single total number will be calculated from the database. Every single total for a customer is a full scan of the full database. It's a shocking statement. SAP has something between 10 and 20 million journal entries. If we want to know what the total is for a customer by month, we go through the whole database in this model, not in reality, in this model. Sounds shocking, but it gets better. If you want to have it by month, by week, you get it by week. If you want to have it by day, you get it by day. If you want to have all items, you get all items, and any combination of those. So any business query, any business transaction ends up in set processing in this in-memory database. So only active data will be kept on RAM memory. Different to how we work today. Big mistake in my life, I have to admit. I let people allow not to work with minimum views. You know that the SAP journal entry, you can go home and look at it in the business suite, has 323 fields. A typical company is using between 30 and 50 fields during a lifetime, because no company is simultaneously headquartered in Korea, China, America, Germany, France, and Russia. And this is one of the reasons why we have multiple fields of different types, different text systems, etc. You can look, we collected only the fields you ask us to keep in the system. We started probably with 50 when we were young. Minimum views means whatever query we do, we only ask for the fields we will be able to present on the screen. The other fields we don't ask for. If we need other fields, we ask again. What does that mean? We work only with a few of these spaghettis, non-cooked spaghettis. The footprint, the area in memory we have to access is much, much smaller. A factor 20 plus smaller than what we have to access in a database, a relational database with record storage of the same size, of the same content. We have tested that. We do not do updates. We will come to this in a second. We do not have DB locking anymore because we don't do updates. For the IT people, the ABBA lock, we fear so much, cannot happen because we don't do updates. We do insert only. We move only the minimum amount of data. So now we rediscuss the myth. Can data fit in memory? When the pessimistic guess is we only need 1/100th of the storage, then there are not many companies in this room I cannot handle on the hardware which will be available in the next 18 months. My recommendation is let's start now to exploit this route, because what we can achieve is mind-boggling. Next. Yeah, this columnar storage is not good for updates. Okay, we had this already. There are no updates. We have removed the updates of aggregates. How many times will be business objects updated? Okay, we measured this. Depends. In order processing, 15%. In financials, between 5 and 10%. We change sometimes the text. We change sometimes the Dunning procedure code. We block journal entries from being paid, and we release them. These are the changes. Okay, we store then 10% more data. That doesn't bother me. So only a few updates are happening. An OLTP system is not mainly updating. It is mainly only reading. Read, 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 read. By far the highest activity. So 99, 98% is reading. Then we do inserts and a few updates. We do a percentage of the inserts as updates. An insert only, is just adding fields to these strings. Extremely fast. I don't go into the details, don't have enough time. It is extremely fast. So calendar storage is very compact, very fast for set processing, because what does it mean, set processing? We just run along one of these strings if we want to look for all subsidiaries of a large company like General Electric or like Siemens. Siemens has 300 daughter companies. To find the 300 daughter companies and all their journal entries is just to scan through one of these strings. And whenever it is a Siemens, then we read the other fields in the associated strings. Just a number. At the moment, we digest 1 gigabyte per second. On a 16-core machine, it will be 10 gigabytes per second. Unbelievable speed. This is how fast the CPUs have become. When you go home or go on the internet, and the internet is slow, and the software is slow, we should force the companies to disclose what technology they are using. The technology stack they're using will be very interesting. Why are internet sites so slow? Most of them. Some are so slow that I refuse to buy from companies with bad internet sites or slow internet sites. I didn't go to the store anymore. I have no time for that. Either I can buy on the internet or find it on the internet, and then I find somebody who shows to me, or I'm gone. Speed is money. Okay, if you are interested in this, I said it already, the HPI booth is here, and they can give you what SAP will be hesitant to give you, because the scientific part of this is freely available. Next slide. It's interesting, there's no slide, so that means
means I'm
this
up,
is the Q word.
That means I'm
Welcome.
up.
Did you notice that I changed my dress?
Yes, yes, it is very impressive. Not too sure.
That is nice, isn't it?
It's very nice. Not too sure
Okay.
about the tie though, but anyway. Well,
As you might hear, he is from England.
thank you very much. Well, obviously, Hasso has been talking about these 3 myths. How you say, you can't fit all your data in memory. Well, what we do, we test things out inside SAP. So we went to one of our customers, one of the most largest customers on the planet, and we said, give us all of your data, and we're going to try and put it into memory. And we did it. And what we'd like to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is show you what that looks like. What we've done, this is a fast-moving consumer goods company, and we took all of their records of all of the transactions processed, and you can see at the bottom, how about at the top up here, that there are over 250 million transactions here. And you can see down here over time, this is the month of, this is the year of 2007, broken down by months, you can see how the invoice went, sales went. Now watch the speed. If I now say I want to see 2008, blink, 2008, and in the blink of an eye, that changes. The whole request took 0.16 seconds.
Why I needed 2 blinks. This was one for the database, one for Excel.
That's right. That's right. That's a very sharp knife you have there, Hasso. Anyway, we can do whatever we like. We can drill down. Remember we talked about thinking about things at the speed of thought. If I now want to drill down in any other aspect of this, again, I don't need to do a database query. It's all in memory. So for example, here I have the invoice sales. If, for example, I wanted to look at that as products, all I need to do here is select then products. I can see here food category. And here I can then see, for example, then, oops, we'll put it into a bar chart because it looks a lot better. There, we can see all the different categories inside there. I've now got here everything that was invoiced. If I wanted to see all of the targets I had, I can see here they're using an SAP system, so the targets and the actual invoices are pretty close together.